So, we're back to the world of eternal worms causing mass zombie outbreak, then the world of parasitology. I really hope I'm saying that right. So, let's just dig into this book. Once again, Mira Grant returns us to the life of Sal Mitchell, who, after discovering one major blow, and of course spoilers for Parasite, I'll give those of you who don't want spoilers a moment to skedaddle. As we found out at the end of the last book, Sal is in fact Sally's original parasite, now resting snugly in her brain, having taken control of her body. In fact, she's not the only one. There are plenty of others, including her old friend Sherman, who's now working to make the parasites take humanity's place on top of the food chain, as he's sort of become the series' de facto villain. With the tapeworm zombie outbreak reaching critical levels, even Symbiont can't hide the truth anymore, and everyone's becoming terrified about the consequences. Sal herself is only concerned about one thing, making sure herself and her newfound family are safe, but the world has other things coming. Like in the last book, this is a major thriller with plenty of twists and turns for Sal's life and her newfound state of being. She ultimately wants to just hold up somewhere safe and stay away from all the chaos, but as I said, nothing goes that way. It seems like everyone, for one reason or another, wants their hands on this girl. As our three main post-apocalyptic factions make themselves known, with this group Sal wants to stay with, her father with the military, and Sherman with his pro-parasite group. This does however lead to a bit of a problem in this book, as every other chapter it seems like she's getting captured by somebody and used as a pawn in someone else's massive gambit. Her role as bystander in last book gave us a ground level to view the unfolding chaos, yet to see the little pieces connect bit by bit. And her only tangential connections to more important people were believable and understandable. However, here it's more of a liability, as we can see the whole her being traded off between one kidnapper to another, as it does let us explore all these factors from the different angles that they have, but it ultimately feels like she's not an active character in this narrative. She ultimately just feels like a pawn in everyone else's game, which honestly, yeah, she kind of is for a certain point in the series. Honestly, it seems like this is some national or even worldwide level tragedy unfolding before us, but the scale always stays small at Sal's perspective. It honestly leads us to never truly feel how bad the effects of this outbreak ultimately are. Even later on, I still don't know how big this outbreak really was, despite, all San Francisco being gone. I don't know if it stayed within San Francisco. Did it venture out to the countryside? We don't know. Overall, the fact that Sal ends up trading hands so often throughout the book feels like a major letdown. Even the cliffhanger at the end of this one isn't as strong as a previous cliffhanger, mostly because of the aforementioned constant changing of hands. I have to say this book is a decent sequel, but ultimately doesn't reach the same levels as the first book. I still attest that this series is pretty good writing-wise, and is honestly pretty good thrillers, but if you're not invested after the first book, I can understand why you want to drop off. And even if you have investment, trust me, don't get your hopes that much up for how this ultimately ends.